Good morning. And it is Wednesday, July the 16th, 2025. It is Mercurial Wednesday, and Mercury is still in Leo, and tomorrow it'll still be in Leo, and it'll be going into a retrograde Mercury energy will on the 17th. Going into the 18th will be in a Mercury retrograde, between the 17th and the 18th. It will peak in the retrograde. Anyways, today guys, when we talk about the planetary alignment and what's going on in Mercurial Wednesday being in Leo, this is a great day if you have the gift for gab. This is a great day if you are someone who can convince an audience or convince your peers to see things from your perspective, from the POV, which I hate how they use it now, but whatever. It is a great day for people to see things from your point of view. Now, I always got to give my caveat. It could be in a good way or a bad way. It's up to you. It depends on what you fall for. And it depends on what you give out. Remember, when you give things out, expect them in return. And that brings us to the angel number we pulled for today. We pulled the number 888. What's amazing about this deck that I just realized? This deck, the angel number deck, and the Moonlit Legends card deck, it doesn't have an author on it. And it just appeared. There's no author. There's a manufacturer, basically, who printed out the decks, but there is no author here on this deck. I said, well, interesting enough. I do remember it was Empath Soul that made the deck, but I'm like, oh, but on the actual box, there's no author. And then also I want to give you guys this message. I heard, talk your ish friend, talk your ish friend. And then I heard, so we just gonna forget about the numbers 8 and 9? And I was like, what? You know how a lot of people say, oh, 7 is the number of completion. So the numbers 8 and 9 just don't exist. They just fall off. Where did they come from? Why is 7 the number of completion and not 9 in some circles? In some numerology, 9 is the number of completing, and then you get the 10, which goes back to the 0, which is starting over. But for those who are very religious, the number of completion is the number 7. I like to know, why is that? Why? So where did 8 and 9, they just don't exist in that world? Interesting, right? Gives you something to marinate on. Let me know what you think. Anyhow, today we pulled the number 888, which talks about karma. Balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. Oh, cycles. I was like, if you think about it, things go into a cycle of 9, not into a cycle of 7. Because where does 8 and 9 go? It just doesn't exist, right? Or no? Anyways, so a lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. And I'll tell you this. And this is a word for you. If you are around, let's say if you're working somewhere, if you're around people that you can't stand, however, these people have years of experience and years of knowledge, stop looking at those people like you can't stand them and look at these people and use the time that you're there until God gives you your next assignment and moves you to learn. Because you learn more. I'm telling you this for sure. You learn more from people you can't stand than people that you like. Whether it's how to be a better person, whether it's to learn how to utilize your skill to get you to the place where you want to go. Because even though those people are like, this is a horrible person. Yes, they could be a horrible person, but that horrible person could still hold a lot of knowledge. That horrible person could still know how to navigate throughout certain situations. Does it mean you have to become a horrible person to pick up their knowledge? No. But learn how to learn from every instance you're in, every circumstance, every person you're around. Doesn't mean you have to pick up their horrible traits, because you see the good in everyone. Oh, I see how they did that. Oh, I see how they got it here. I see how can I take what they're doing or take the knowledge that they have with my good heart and help propel me forward, because God put me here for a reason, whether it was a lesson or a blessing. And it's up to me to figure out which one it is and what to take with me before I go to my next step. A lot of people get stuck and stagnant because you placed somewhere to where God says, I need you to learn this lesson, or I need you to realize this is a blessing. And you sit there and you complain and you get mad and you look at the person instead of realizing what the message is in that circumstance. You're looking at the messenger. So that's a word for somebody. But anyways, you guys stay blessed, stay safe, and stay protected, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.